Hey, it's Trey Miller and Bekah Berger. We are here in the Color Time Lounge with Big Sean.
Yeah.
How are you?
How are you?
I'm lucky enough to be in here, so I'm good.
We love that you're here, back in Providence.
Yes, and speaking of being in Providence, here at Lupo's tonight, sold out show.
Yeah.
So when you hear
amazing.
your name in sold out show, like, how does that register in your mind?
It's special every time, you know? It's special every single time. It's like hearing your song on the radio. It never gets old, you know? It's just one of them things that you worked your ass off for, you know what I mean?
Just listen to Hot 106. We play your songs a lot.
Yeah.
Heavy rotation.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, you know, feeling good. I love it here. So, I remember one of my first sold out shows ever was here. And ever since then, I've just been a fan of, you know, Providence. You know what I'm saying? Rhode Island.
You have a lot of big fans here.
Thank you.
Lots. So Dark Sky Paradise, as I told you, I love the album. It's your best one. It really, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
for
all
sure.
good.
No, it is, though.
But as you keep progressing, the music gets better and better. Now, the title of it, though, kind of an oxymoron, Dark Sky Paradise. Where does it come from?
I like that title a lot. It's like, well, the last year and a half, I was just going through so much, man. You know, in relationship drama, you know what I mean? To falling out with a lot of my friends, just going through a lot of personal things. My grandma was sick. I was just going through a dark time. I felt like creatively, you know, I had so much potential on the inside that wasn't necessarily represented through the music. So, you know, I just kind of was like, yo, I'm going to build my own studio in my house. You know, instead of buying a Lambo or something, I put all that money into, you know, a studio. And I just followed my heart with it, you know, stuck to my gut and just went in and, you know, every day stayed focused and, you know, just changed everything around. So, you know, that was a dark sky part of it. It was like a storm for me. I was up late at night all the time. And then the paradise part is, man, I know where I came from, Detroit. You know, I came up in a two-family flat with me and my mom, you know, grew up in debt. So, you know, no matter what I got going on, the problems I got is still a paradise for me.
That's kind of like the Taylor Swift or the Adele approach because, like, so much stuff happens to them. So any drama that happened to you is all worth it. It's not for nothing because you came out with such a strong product.
Yeah. I realized that I gotta like write about my experiences. That's how you keep it fresh and keep it new. You know what I mean? And like, that's your responsibility as an artist. You know, there's a lot of bubblegum out here. It's a lot of like crap out here. But then there are artists who like really take time and like, you know, talk about the stuff they go through. Songwriters, singers, you know, rappers, whatever. And you know, when people believe you and can relate to you, I feel like that's the greatest thing of all. So that's what I try and do. I try and keep it relatable and real. You know.
You thinking about the next project, next album, or you enjoying riding this one out right now?
Both, you know. I was on my tour bus last night working on some new music, and but you know, at the same time, I want to like focus on this project. I feel like it's a lot of like singles, it's a lot of like videos to be done. It's a lot of work. You know, I really want to give, just like I gave my all in recording it, I really want to give my all in promoting it too. You know what I mean? And it's something I really believe in. I feel like this the first album of its kind like this for me, you know, just really executed how I wanted, you know, creatively, and I'm just really, really happy and excited about it. And yeah.
There's so many collaborations on the album, and you've collaborated with so many people. Is there anybody that you haven't collaborated with that you would like to?
Maybe somebody out of left field, somebody nobody would expect.
Somebody no one would expect. Well, we haven't made anything yet, but I was in the studio with Bruno Mars. You know what I mean? We were just vibing. That's just a good dude. You know what I mean? To keep it real, it's just he's actually just cool to hang out with. You know what I mean? So he's somebody who, you know, a similar story, came from Hawaii. That's a place where, you know, a lot of people don't pop off from like that. You know, and he did his, you know, is doing his thing and, you know, killing right now. But I've been trying to like write songs more so, not just for myself but for other people too. So we were just in the studio kicking it and vibing, and but that's somebody who I haven't done any music with, you know.
Nice.
And I'm trying to think of anybody else. I mean, I know I'm working on some stuff with Chance the Rapper. I know I'm working on some stuff with who else is new that I haven't done anything with. Anybody really, I don't care about no name or like what you done or what you haven't done. As long as you got the talent, as long as you bringing something to the table, I'm down. You know?
Nice. I like that.
For those who don't know your full story, you have an interesting story on how you got signed. You rapped for Kanye, right, outside of a radio station?
Yeah, a station like this kind of, you know.
So Wikipedia was right.
Wikipedia was.
So we have some
right.
people waiting for you outside.
Yeah.
Come on in. Just
No, yeah, I was in high school. I was always a hustler, man. I would print up my own CDs, you know, sell them every semester. You know, I would go to this radio show at the radio station every Friday called the Friday Night Cypher, where it'd be 30 MCs there, and we have to battle rap, and then whoever would win the battles would get to rap a verse over an instrumental, you know, over an instrumental that's popping on the radio. And I did that for a year and a half straight. You know, I became a regular on the show. I was there every week, you know, through snow. You know, in Detroit, it snows like crazy. I'd be driving in 8 inches of snow down there after school. My mom would be like, you better, you know, come home after school. Don't go to the radio station. I would still go. You know, I just had the responsibility. I felt like, I don't know why. I was just trying to spread the word about my music, you know. So that's why I did it every week. And anyway, Kanye was there promoting his album on a Saturday. The show I did was every Friday. I was there on a Saturday, and I was cashing my check at the bank because I was also a telemarketer. So I was hustling, you know what I mean? I was cashing my $200 check at the bank, and on a Saturday, and the line was out the door, and one of my homies called me and was like, yo, man, Kanye's down at the station, man. If you go down there and rap for him, he'll sign you, bro. He'll sign you. I'm like, man, that shit sound crazy. You know? And I hung up the phone, and I thought about it for a minute, oh, damn, that could probably work. You know, at least try it. You know, I'm always down for trying. So I dropped everything. I didn't even cash my check. I went down to the station. Since I had my album, you know, my little mixtape I've been selling around high school, I had that. I had some other stuff, you know, and I went to the station, and they let me in since they knew who I was, and I lied and said I left my phone in the back office yesterday because I was doing that show.
I've used that lie before for different situations.
So anyway, they let me in there. Then I went to the back where I knew the artists were, and Kanye was back there. And, you know, I got a chance to talk to him for a second. I was like, yo, I'm an aspiring rapper, man. I do this show every Friday. Can I rap for you? And he's like, man, I ain't got time, man. I'm running late. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you. I'm like, man, I listen to Last Call every day, man. College Dropout. You know, we ride to school with that. He was like, all right, man. You know, I gave him a super guilt trip. And he was like, all right, man, you got 16 bars, but you got to rap while we walking out. And I ended up rapping for 10 minutes straight. And you know, the moral of that story is, though, that's how I got his attention, and it took a few years after that. But the moral of the story is the fact that I was selling CDs every week, the fact that I went to the radio station every week to rap on air, built my confidence up enough for me to rap for my idol, who I would have been fucking up tremendously if I hadn't had all that practice. And the fact that I had my CDs that I always pushed myself to do like it was a job. If I didn't have that, none of it would have happened. So the moral of the story is, man, follow your heart. Do whatever you love to do, man, because you're going to get your shot one way or another, and you just got to be prepared. You know, a lot of people say I got lucky, and I feel like luck is when preparation meets opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen 100 people rap for Kanye and 1,000 people rap for me, and they not signed. You know what I mean? But it was something that I really appreciate, and, you know, I'm always listening to find the next guy to spread that karma, or girl, you know.
Like the pay it forward, but music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna
say that's
say
the whole story. You asked for the story.
Yeah,
you know
I got
what I'm
it.
saying? So you got it.
Thank you. I was going to say before, so your advice to up-and-coming rappers and singers, lie your way in and then do what you got to do.
My up-and-coming advice is to follow your heart. Everybody has their own way. That was just my way. J. Cole's way was different. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick's way was different. Drake's way was different. Everybody got their own path. So another thing I can advise you is don't follow the same road. You know, take the best parts of the story, apply them to your own, and then, you know, make it happen. It's like The Alchemist. That's one of my favorite books, man. The Alchemist is a crazy story, you know what I mean? And it's so much, obviously, it's like, you know, you're not going to do exactly what he did. You know, you're not going to, like, go to a crystal store and, like, sell crystal glasses, you know what I mean, and then learn from that and do all these different things. But it's like you take what, you know, from that story, apply it to your own, you know. Hey, what's up? This is Big Sean, and thanks for visiting Hot106.3.com.